pops in today live as I do this quick walk and talk today. I'm at the park as usual in Brooklyn. Of course, there's lots of sounds because when you're in Brooklyn, nothing is ever quiet, quiet, except for what's in your mind. So I'm out here today. I'm taking a walk. Zachary already took his walk. Could you believe that? He came out and left me. He left me. My homeboy left me. He did his walk. He came back in. I asked him how was his walk. He was like, oh, it was great. As we get ready for the holidays, look, you can see all the leaves going. It's very windy today. Hopefully we get a good. My mic is close to my mouth, so it should be relatively good. Either way, the purpose of have some walking videos that will remind you of why it is that I get up and go and do it. And why I keep encouraging others to do it. Shout out to those who are my walk and talk people that have been walking more just because I go live during my walks and just share share the thoughts, whether it's affirmations, whether it's how I'm feeling for the day, whether it's breath techniques. Um, there is my wonderful son letting me checking in on me. So, using this time for mental health because this is so critical at these times like now, especially holiday times. As you can see in Brooklyn, New York, it is that time of fall. So the leaves are changing and the air's all fresh, but it's colder when it usually than summer. Summer is great for walking because it's hot. A lot of people like to walk in the summer, but in the winter, everybody like, oh, it's too cold. But it's perfect for the holidays. I'm going to share 3 reasons why it's great for the holidays. Whether it's Thanksgiving, whether it's Christmas, whether it's New Year's, whatever it is, perfect time to reframe and reset, to get some time off for yourself, especially if your house is full of family members. You know how we do. Especially if you have so much to do during the holidays, including the cooking, the prepping, the family, the preparing, the planning, all of the things that goes into holidays, especially for moms, women, leaders of families. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. So I always say it's always good to take some time out for yourself when planning for others and when doing things for others. And that's what my walks do. Helps me to take some time out for myself. It helps when I do some connecting with my son. You guys already know Zachary on the autism spectrum. We do our connecting during our walking. We also do a lot of training and development during our walking sessions. But using this time as I prep for the holidays to really just be centered and be present, right? Not so caught up in the past, not so caught up in the future, but being super present to the now. And for me, I think that is the key to mental health. A lot of times we get so anxious on what's coming up next that we forget to just stop and appreciate the now. Like, I love the change of colors of the leaves. Look at this tree that has like all the colors in one tree. And I used to enjoy this past, right? I used to enjoy this when I used to go for drives with my mom up the East Coast. And we used to talk about how the leaves are changing and it's time for transformation and all the things that are happening within ourselves. But I could also get it with my little walks too at the nearby park. I don't have to go on the highway just to see them. I get to see them in the neighborhood. So shout out to that. And the key of this is just being present to the now. And present, the appreciation of the now, the appreciation of the changing, the transformation, the fact that, okay, look, these leaves on the floor are actually on trees and they fall down and they're going to serve their purpose on the floor because it's fall. And sometimes we think, oh, it's just covering up the floor and it serves no purpose, but they have a purpose of being on the floor. Every place that they are, they're just as instrumental, whether they're on the tree itself and it's green or they're on the floor and it's brown. And it reminds me that we as individuals go through so much transformations in our life. And sometimes we think when we get old and we're on the leaves that we don't serve a purpose. And we're on the floor. We don't serve a purpose. But we still have a huge purpose on the floor. We still are very, very purposeful and meaningful for that next stage of life. And I think that is the wellness tip for today. I'm going to leave you with that one. There's so many stages that we go through in life, right? Whether we're in the budding stage, in the developing stage, or we're in the growing and the formulating and the forming stage, or we're in the season stage, stage, and moving towards the ending space. Like we've acquired so much information in our life that each stage is super purposeful, and it's just as important as other stages. So as I go through my different stages in life, the purpose of my walking is just to be present to all of the other changes that are happening around me and to be grateful that I'm still here. That snap isn't being cut. Um, well, we haven't received SNAP yet, so I can't be grateful or anything. I haven't received SNAP. We've been buying our groceries. Zachary should be going into his program in January, and that's where we're going to be applying for SNAP for him because he's going to be in a residential slash job training, college training program away from home. So that will be his time where he could utilize that for groceries in the dorm, since they're going to be helping him to prep how to pay and how to go to the grocery store and take care of themselves. And it's going to show him how to cook. I mean, I'm doing what I can do at home. I'm not just waiting for people. Y'all know how we do as educators. You don't just wait for them to teach them. We're going to try on our own too. But I love this next stage for him because he's going to be doing it with others that are on the spectrum that are like him, other young men and young women in a trained program. So I'm super excited for him for that. I'm an expert at what I do as a speech language pathologist and audiologist, business coach, and retreat person, speaker, all the freaking things that I do. But I also give a lot of appreciation for those who are expert in their spaces, which is what he needs for his next. So we're here. We're still working through all the paperwork processes. Cut, not there, whatever the case is, we're going to be trying to get all what he needs for all what he has, so all what he needs to be. So, hence the pace, right? Slow down the pace a little bit so we can speed back up. Anyway, so that was the little walk. Make sure you're following, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're asking questions or saying your comments so that we can do all the fun things with the algorithms. It's super important. I like to come in and pop in and give some positive mojo when I can because, that's what people tend to lean on me for. I have a light, literally light around me. And in this place of lots of dark and doom and pessimism, it's always great when you can go to a space and know that this is a real good feel-good space for me today. I know I'm going to hear something good. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to glean on somebody else's light because I need it. And that's why I keep the channel going. I've done my walk around the park already on the outside, and I did my meditation, I did my prayer, I did my calls, connecting. So my last part was, let me just pop on live and do my connecting. Make sure that you are tapped in also. Make sure for those of you who want to take your walk today that you go take your walk today. And you do what you need to do for yourself. Like we have all these different things that are happening around us. But throughout all the things that are happening, throughout us taking care of other people, throughout all the movement, see, this is what's going on with the hair. There's a lot happening underneath there. Throughout all the movement, put back on my hat. Throughout all the movement, just remember that you do matter. You are inspirational. You are inspirational in how you matter. So make sure you share to whomever for that day something uplifting and something that you've learned through the day. Because I think if we're purposed to be here, then we have to continue using our purpose in others and with others, for others, not just keeping it for ourselves, in appreciation, with grace, and definitely with a lot of humility. Sharing that because that's just how I learned, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. So shout out to all you out there who came in and caught parts of our walk and talk today. Make sure you get out there and do a little bit of something for yourself. Make sure you do some healthy wellness. pour back into yourself. Make sure you're full, especially if you're a person that's always pouring into others and helping others through, um, like me. And it's the reason I always make sure I take some time out for myself first because I know the purpose and the path I was given is a bigger purpose and a path for those beyond me. And if it's for me, then I'm sure there are other light workers like me out there. So go out there, shine your light, shine bright, be amazing, and keep it moving. I'll catch you guys. Make sure you're subscribed and you're following for more.